Welcome back to more adventures in space, in the outer worlds, on the edges of the galaxy. We run and have adventures and have a shocking time as the town kind of still loads in. Okay, hopefully that is not minded too much. Sold a bunch of stuff, upgraded my weapons, so they're great, and got a new crew along, specifically Vicar Max and, well, Miyoko once again, since I think she will be a good guide to this place. So, yeah, with that, I think we should head out and head over to Fallbrook, where apparently most of our next objectives lie. So actually, let's look at the equipment of our little pod. Hello? Yes, load in. So yes, cleared out a whole bunch. Now then, Vicar Max. I kind of have an idea for Vicar Max. Vicar Max does more damage with science weapons. So I say we give him a science weapon for fun. Maybe that's... Though I do like the idea of flamethrower and scythe. That's fun too. Maybe we'll find a science weapon that sets things on fire. Or does random explosions or something. So Vicar Max, let's look at your equipment. Your armor is 10 and all dialogue skills and intimidation. Inspiration, determination. There's an interesting one. Weapon spread reduction. I think that's good if you use shotguns. That might actually be good for us. Maybe we should put that on. What else do we have? I don't think anything here goes dialogue stuff. No, not so much. So, I could give him this for more science, but I think we'll have him be a talky man. Talky man. I am tempted to maybe give him the gloop gun, flamethrower and scythe. I'll leave it as is. He can be the Reaper. That's cool after all. Right, so I think we'll just fast travel this bit. So we're off to Amber Glade. Apparently there's a lot of stuff there. So Fallbrook and UDL lab. I don't know what's that, but let's go to Fallbrook first. Faux windows. Add beauty to the first route, and then it was gone. Fallbrook, I guess that's it.
Huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tides?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tides are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Vicar Max really is kind of creepy. I don't know. So, Fallbrook.
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it.
This is Bat Country.
You've got the bits.
Right, so this kind of a... Oh, this is not the same town we went to before, of the Iconoclasts. Ah. Well, some new jobs here then. Yeah, this is all Fallbrook territory. So let us actually look at, because we had some jobs for Fallbrook. He hasn't since we celebrated recently. So where does that lead us? Back out? Why? Weird. Okay, never mind then. Ooh, I like this music! No.
You seen Arthur today?
Last time I saw him. Howdy, partner. You're all gonna die if you make the wrong move. Well, ain't this a lovely bar? Let me guess, you don't like my top around here.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sent you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Whiskey. Got any glacial age whiskey?
No, I don't have any.
Turns into...
If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
I say. What can I bet on? I'm actually not Jules Nimoy anymore. Now, I'm Jules Nimoy.
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
I'll break your legs and your arms, you little dandy. I'll get out of your fancy hair, and you ain't got any whiskey. Yeah, we're all about it. I guess you're Catherine then. Hello there.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly?
Well,
Welcome
I'll take
to
offense to
Fall.
that.
Only
I
nugget
only
of
fucked a
paradise in
sissy
this
pig
entire
once.
law-forsaken land.
Actually,
And
I
avoid
didn't.
damn advert.
I was aided.
Sorry to trouble you, Miss Malin. I understand you're a terribly important figure in these parts. Perhaps you could point me to a man by the name of Reginald Cheney.
That sprat shit better not have brought trouble into my town. He's a
I'm
long-term
always
renter.
trouble.
Easily replaceable. Check his domicile. Whatever happens, I don't fucking care. Just keep the mess from staining my little nugget of paradise, and we'll be grand.
Yeah, real grand. If by nugget of paradise you mean piece of mantadung, then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine.
Oh yeah, you work hard.
But first,
baby.
I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
You have goblin ears. Actually, here, I'm a fixer for a sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago.
Oh, yes?
Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
I'm good at extracting and extracting things. So cut to the chase, Malin. Who am I shooting
All right,
today?
all right. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Yeah. Define safe.
Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Uh-huh, thought that. So, I can get it done.
I do like your
badass,
gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta
Oh,
fight
no,
through
they're
or figure
crawling
out some other
people.
way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
No problem, Nyoka handled Mantisaur before.
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Yes, sir.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Well, since we have the crew here, our resident Vigor's pretty good with computers. He could hack it.
Well, I haven't seen the system, but I feel confident saying I can split her asunder.
I'll just bet you can.
This
Men
feels
of the
like a
cloth never do
heist.
cease to amaze me. Bright as a newborn star on the outside, blackest of holes within. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
I might be interested. What do you need my heavy hands for?
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick.
I'm the king,
That
baby.
aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
Alright. I feel like this is going to involve a lot of murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his
Burning
ego.
Borst.
He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive.
I'm guessing
And you're
preferred
the
to be
soon-to-be
dead.
handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Now, what do you especially want me to do? I imagine you want to, but machinery still intact.
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Say he's got those production lines. Oh, okay, so he is fine with sabotaging it. So you just kill this Clark fella.
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
And what if I decide to sabotage the factory instead?
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
So, no, yes, yes. If I go morally. Alright, sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele.
Alright.
May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Alright, so some good jobs from Catherine here. We get to be quite the desperado in this town. Oh, hello there. Do you have whiskey?
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story?
She's real cute. You do serve drinks in this bar, right?
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer too from time to time.
You'd make a fun snacks. So this is a sublight bar, eh?
If you're asking if it's Sublight owned, then yes. If you're asking if we give discounts to Sublight employees, then the answer is not only no, but doubly no. Ms. Malin built the bar, the saloon, and the town to boot. If you got business with Sublight, I suggest you follow up with her.
Oh, I got some work with her, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think. Well, this is a strange thing, man. He was frozen in space for 70 years and then one day bang.
Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
How many bits are we talking here?
More than you can afford at this time.
Oh? I think I just got shut down. The whole Desperado act does not seem to attract the ladies too much, at least not here. Alright, passing through. No sense in getting more booze. We actually have a whole inventory still full of booze. No one here to watch me. Aha. No, I don't want to pull my guns out at the bar. That's usually not the start of a great night out. Might sometimes be the ending of a great night out.
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
Wow.
Well, so long as you ain't on her bad side. Then she's
Damn it.
liable to drown you in the waterfall.
So yeah, actually the vicar got intimidated. That's great. So, speaking of the vicar, let us deal with his matter. Companions, outpost, empty man. Yeah, track down Reginald Cheney. So, where might Reginald Cheney? Oh, there's the domiciles, I guess. So that's the dry goods. We might be able to get IDs there.
Hey, Cat. Knock, knock.
Go away, White.
That's not how the game works.
Oh.
I say, knock, knock, like I'm on the outside of a door. And you say,
I swear to the architect, I will punch your lamps out.
oh, having a rough day?
Where comes the joke? Where
I
comes
lost
the
a
joke?
shipment out for delivery. Barely made it out. Marauders got Keeley.
Yeah, I don't think there's a joke
Ooh.
there.
Catherine is gonna flay the skin from your fingers.
I know.
Ooh, scary.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Yeah, how about you close the door first? So no one sees us as we steal all his shit. Day 24, conditions fair. Report. I can't believe I'm stuck in this law-forsaken town, but at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel, on the riverbank outside of town. Produce 1 nugget and 2 teeth. Wonder if I could find a dentist who'd pay for something like that for teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Definitely. Alright. So that's going out of town. Okay, anything else we have to do in town here? Let's just look around. There's actually quite a lot of stores and such here. This Monarch, it's quite a populated place. Oh no, robot! Help! Hello!
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon
Insurance
Group,
agents?
Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Dullness of mind covers a whole lot.
Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Does that mean when I get dismembered or I do a lot of dismembering? Why do you have an office here on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Ah, so it is a diplomatic thing. I see.
Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
So what can you tell me about your insurance policies?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Disastrous marriages? Oh, I think I could use that one.
Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child.
Check.
We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Yes, those all sounds very familiar. Well, I have to go now.
One thing's for sure. You won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that. I'm sure this will come into play later, but right now, not so much. Let's see, who else do we have around this town of Fallbrook? That's locked, okay.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
Okay, this is actually pretty nice.
Fancier, stocked with better booze.
cheaper. 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
Alright.
Because you've got a terrible tell.
Chocolate and Julius.
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no.
Yes, I have very fancy armor. Why would he have spoken before?
Most of the freshies spend their first day in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now. I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now.
Oh,
but not
that's
you
nice.
yet.
Well, it seems that is your lucky day then.
Every day I've been here has been my lucky day. Never won so much in my whole life. Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. I'm dreadful blessed that Captain Criley hired me onto the crew.
What type of close call?
You heard that right. Wilderness almost got me pushing up daisies. If I wasn't so fleet-footed, I never would have escaped them Raptidons, then Marauders, and then that Mantiqueen alive.
Oh, well, you
To
are.
outrun him, I had
the
to ditch my
survivalist.
bag. All the bit cards from my winnings were weighing it down. A shame, because it was my favorite gun tote.
Really? Your favorite, eh? Which crew did you say you were stationed with?
Ah, you wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all.
Oh, secret crew. How did you wind up in Fallbrook?
Well, Captain Criley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now the hull's empty. It's my first shore leave with the crew, and my maiden voyage before that. I can tell you it's been a real hoot.
Yes, hoot force and all that. Any survival tips?
Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there.
Oh yes, I've been there.
Mid-morning, I thought I'd try Fallbrook's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Safe enough, else they wouldn't advertise, right? Wrong.
Yeah,
Scarcely made it
that's
back
where
in
the
one piece.
insurance is here. Alright, that's all.
Right then. Very well. Then I'd like to answer it. If I can, that is.
No, nothing new, I
Right
guess.
then. Very well.
Guess he's just friendly. I'm betting that thing about the back, that might be a clue to maybe some fortune to be made. So what else do we have around town? It's a little garage, alright. And a little office with a note and an idea card. Yoink. And a helmet with goggles. It's new. Wonder whose office this is. They'll have a bad day now. Hell of couches though, damn, I'd like those. Ooh yeah, show me that sexy couch.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Yes, real civilized. Tarzan would be proud. This is real pretty though, give him that. Actually, wasn't it said that there might be a cave near those things? And I guess a factory. It looks like it might be... Wouldn't be surprised if that's it. Or is that just a wall? I think that might just be a solid wall. Now that is a person there we need to talk to. Who is this? Ah! Hello! There's Reginald Cheney.
What do you want? Oh, hey! Vicar Max? What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Ooh, dear.
Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
Vicar, are you trying to do one of those action flick impressions? What is going on here exactly? Are we doing an action serial? I would like to be in that. Am I the funniest French sidekick?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Maybe he did not know that the book was French.
Oh, he knew. Didn't you? Didn't you?
This action serial will be the French connection.
I admit it. I was tired of your high and mighty speechifying all the time. It was just a joke, I swear. I didn't mean nothing by it.
See, Captain? I've dealt with this swine before. I know how he thinks. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales.
Look, it's just
Will punishing
French.
you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
Look, Max, it's not too late. Maybe the answers are in that book you're searching for. You're acting a little crazy.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
It sounds a little bit flimsy to me, weird hermit.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
What do you say, Vicar?
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Okay, so that almost turned into a good cop, bad cop movie. I think I did good here as the little French buddy. It's all ironic that it's all about French. My character has this accent, which is actually an awful accent. I don't know if it...
I was hoping for a word.
Oh, okay. What is it, Maxie?
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
You don't want to be that type of inquisitor, do you? Actually, why did you feel the need to lie to me about Jenny? I feel hurt.
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long. I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
Okay, but I'm watching you. Do not lie to me again about anything or you're out.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
What was it like being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, The universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny. The world will try to correct for it.
Alright. Well, that is nice. I did a good thing. Allah, this action movie did not have to go so badly. And there's still plenty of action against many marauders and such, so that is fine. So right, well, next episode, I guess we'll do more exploring around, I think it's Monarch's Wilds up to now. And maybe hit that factory or do whatever. We have plans. So till then.